The last 12 months for Ipswich Town fans have been insane. They first get promotion from League 1 to the Championship automatically, and they are once again fighting for automatic promotion, this time to the Premier League. Like I said guys, an insane 12 months, but under my management I think I can take them to the next level. So today I'm going to put that to the test by becoming Ipswich Town's brand new manager with the sole purpose of winning them the Champions League to make them the world's best club. So this is the starting 11 we've loaded into with the Tractor Boys. Now considering these guys have just got promoted to the Championship, this is a very good team on paper. I mean, they've got Axel Twansby, they've got Connor Chaplin, they've got Sam Morsey, and of course Leif Davies. They don't even have that much of an old team because as you can see, some of the highest rated players are still in their mid-20s. But a couple of our best players are right now on loan to us, so that does beg the question of what we're going to do with them when the time comes. They do also have a little bit of a contract situation to sort out, but honestly, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Especially when we've got £8 million in our first season in charge of the Tractor Boys. Honestly, Ipswich Town, you guys are kind of stacked. And I can't wait to put my spin on this team as we're starting with the tactical vision, gegenpressing. I mean, I don't know how Ipswich Town actually play in real life because I haven't seen them play, but this is how I want to use them. And after quickly messing with the team, this is, I think, the strongest starting 11 we can feel going into season 1. This is prior to making any signings, that is. Now, we do have £8 million to spend, but I'm going to take a different approach when it comes to our loan players. I'm not actually going to sign any one of them, even Jeremy Sarmiento. I genuinely don't feel like we need any of them. We've got enough quality in our team for the present and long term, to be fair. But that does beg the question, where do we put this £8 million? Well guys, I've come to the conclusion that just by looking at this starting 11, there's a very solid chance that we can not only get Ipswich in a playoff position, if we get it right, we could get them automatically promoted. But in order to get them there, we do need a stronger goalkeeper and a stronger right midfielder than the ones we've already got. You could argue we do need a better right back than Klopp, but he's only 22 years old, 68 rated. He's one of the only young players in this team I'm actually going to give a shot to be fair. I am also going to convert Broadhead to become a left winger. It'll only take him 2 weeks, and there is that slight chance that he could go up and overall when we do this. But now that we've established all we want is a new goalkeeper and a new right midfielder with £8 million to spend on both positions, I reckon we're going to be quite comfortable doing this. So let's start with the goalkeeper, Zach Steffen, currently playing in the MLS for the Colorado Rapids, 28 years old, 75 rated, levels above the keeper we've got right now. This one just makes sense. And following him is Celtic right winger Nicholas Kunn. He's only 23, 71 rated. He's not got the best shooting stats, but he's absolutely rapid. I feel like this guy's going to tear it up in the Championship. And just like that, our first transfer window is done as we spent £6.8 million on both of these players. But I did send Omari Hutchinson out on loan to Freiburg for a couple of years. He's not even 20 years old yet, 65 rated. And to be fair, guys, he might come back a way better player and may just be able to fit into the team. But right now, with the team being as strong as this going into season 1, there literally wasn't any room, unfortunately, for Hutchinson. But then again, that's not the worst thing in the world. It shows how good the Tractor Boys actually are. But in season 1, there is a lot of pressure on us. In real life, they're in the top 4 in the Championship, so we've at least got to do the exact same, otherwise we failed. And guys, if our players' growth is anything to go off, it's been a very successful year. Look at some of the improvement in our players, ladies and gents. Nicholas Kunn is now 75 rated, for goodness sake. And the stats are pretty damn good too. Chaplin with 32 goal contributions, 10 and 4 for Broadhead, and 6 and 11 for Nicholas Kunn. Even Omari Hutchinson's loan move has been successful so far. He's 68 rated now after growing 3 overall. But I'm looking at the team, guys, and I'm not noticing a single happy face, so maybe we haven't done as well as we thought we have. Oh my god, you aren't kidding either. 15th in the Championship. Are you taking the mick? Oh my god, the Tractor Boys fan base is going to hunt me down with pitchforks. I'm not being funny. How the hell has this happened? The team we've got right now, we've definitely got promoted with worse teams than it. We didn't have a good FA Cup run either. West Ham knocked us out in round 3. And Salford City knocked us out in round 1 of the Carabao Cup. I am not exaggerating when I say this. This is actually the worst start to the rebuild I've ever had. But I really don't get it, guys. A team this strong has no business being in the bottom half of the Championship, man. We should definitely be in the playoffs right right now. I mean, for God's sake, Borough and Preston North End have made the playoffs this year, and in real life, Ipswich are above both of these sides. We need to figure out what went wrong with this team, and fast, because Season 2 cannot be as bad as Season 1. Luckily for me, ladies and gents, despite a terrible start, we've got more money to play with this year. 14 million to be exact, and guess what, guys? I've got a bit of a plan. Now, last year, our goal difference was terrible. We did score a lot of goals, but we also leaked a lot as well, so I feel like we improved this defense a bit, primarily our right back role where Clark plays. I mean, it makes the most sense because he's not only the weakest link in the back four, he's actually one of the weakest links in the entire squad. But when we talk about weak links, Hurst has to be in that conversation too, because out of the entire front four, our striker, Hurst, was actually our lowest goal contributor. And if we are serious about getting the Tractor Boys out of the Championship and into the Premier League, we not only need to concede less, but our strikers need to score more. So starting with our defence, Jordan Latombe from OGC Nice is the player I'm going for. He's only 25, 76 rated, and his contract's running out. I know he plays for OGC Nice, but they can't value him that much if his contract's running out. And we all know how much I love a Barkinist. We only had to spend 6.4 million on him. Now that leaves us 6 million in total to spend on a brand new striker over Hurst, and I do have a little bit of a plan for this. However, I'm not too sure the signing of our new right back has helped me in this plan, because I want to bring in David Datro Fofana away from Chelsea into this Ipswich Town side. The only problem is he's definitely out of our budget. However, I already knew that if I wanted a right back and a striker, I wouldn't be able to get both of them on a permanent deal just like that. So instead of trying to sign him outright, I'm instead going to try and loan to buy him. So let's see if they'll go for a 2-year. They will! Oh my god, that was absolutely fantastic. I was not expecting that. They're happy to go 50-50. Now this is the part I'm worried about. Because we haven't got the budget right now, does this really matter when we're offering 10 million? Now they wanted 13 million, but the most important thing I'm noticing, our budget isn't actually budging, so this actually might work. Let's go 12.5 million. Pochettino, accept, and he has. Oh my god, we've actually managed to pull that off. We just need to make sure that Fofana actually wants to join us. And he does want to join us. He's just walked into our facilities. We've got our striker for at least another 2 years anyway. We will be sending Hurst out on loan to make sure that Fofana gets all the game time he needs to improve, because if we're spending over 10 million on him, I definitely want to get my money's worth. And that leaves us 2 mil in our budget after renewing everybody's contracts and of course updating the coaching system. Now I'm pretty positive that the signings we've made have definitely put us in a good position to say that we can get into the playoffs this year. But then again, last year I thought the same thing, and we actually ended up closer to the relegation zone than a promotion spot, so honestly, who knows what we're going to do this time. Well, even if we have done as bad as last year, we can at least say our players have once again improved. Look at some of the players' improvement this year, man, especially Fofana. He's 78 rated now. However, he wasn't our top goal scorer. That honour goes to Nicholas Cungain, 28 goal contributions in 43 games. Honestly, he's turning out to be a bit of a beast as well, isn't he? Now, I'm not being funny. If somehow this team hasn't got at least the playoffs this year, I do not know what else to do, man. This team is way too good for the Championship right now. And thank God for that, guys. We are second in the Championship. We don't have to go through the playoffs because we've been automatically promoted. And by the skin of our teeth as well, goal difference gave us automatic promotion. We did end up scoring more and we conceded less. I bloody knew fixing our defence and getting a better striker was the way to go this year. We, however, once again got knocked out of the FA Cup in round 3, this time by Leicester. And we got knocked out in round 1 again in the Carabao Cup, this time to Sheffield Wednesday. But honestly, guys, we got to look at the bigger picture. Automatic promotion. After the calamity of Season 1, we bounced back and then some. But this means we have to raise our game to the next level because we're playing against the best teams in England. If it's anything less than our best next year, we're going to get annihilated. And yes, you can make the argument that this team is very strong going into the Premier League. However, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a lot of things I still want to do to this squad. I'm just hoping that the promotion we've got gives us that promotion money because honestly, I feel like we're going to need it. But before we get to Season 3, if you're enjoying this video so far, leave it a big old thumbs up and smash that subscribe button. But guys, we've officially arrived in the Prem, and as you can see, the promotion money has not let us down. 60 million to be exact is what we've got. Now, we have already been through this. For the most part, this team is very, very solid. However, it Is he ready for the Prem? Not quite yet. We need a better DM partnership than Taylor and Luongo. I mean, the 73 rated and 74 rated in the Prem, they'd get annihilated. We may also need a better keeper than Stefan. He's a very solid keeper, don't get me wrong, but last year he had it easy in the championship. This year he's going to have to put a lot of work in to stop us getting relegated. Honestly, I don't trust him to do that. But the first thing that I am going to do with this money is bring in David Datro Fofana on a permanent deal, because as you guys remember, we only have to pay 12.5 million for him. Pochettino, once again, you're an absolute mug, mate. Get out of my club. And there he is, guys, being revealed to the press. He didn't have a good season last year, but I'm hoping now that he's massively improved, he'll have a much better campaign this time. And that leaves us 46 million to bring in a goalkeeper and a couple of CDMs, and honestly, I feel like we may just have enough to pull this off. Because I found Mandela Keita, only 23 years old, already 79 rated, just under 20 million is what he's worth as well. I reckon we can get a bargain for this dude. And following him is Aaron Barry from Galatasaray, 29, 79 rated. He's got a ton of experience, and I feel like him and Keita will definitely do well together. And for the total sum amount of £38.9 million, we've secured both of these players on 3-year deals. But I severely underestimated how much their contracts would be. We've got 3 million in our budget. I don't feel like we can afford a keeper right now. And yes, guys, we have got a lot of players in our reserve, it's true, but realistically, how much are we actually going to get for them? Is it even worth trying to sell them? I don't think so, ladies and gents. I feel like we just got to put our faith in this Ipswich Town side. I mean, we've definitely sorted out the weakest part of the team, which was the defensive midfielder roles. I just hope our goalkeeper Stefan can pull off a masterclass this year. I'm hoping that the defense can help him do that, and I'm definitely hoping Fofana can come good this year and bang goals in left, right, and centre, because honestly, we need him to. But guys, we've just about survived. We are 14th at the end of our first season in the Prem, 6 points above the drop zone. And as you can see from how many goals we ended up conceding, our defence and goalkeeper looks to be the problem that we need to sort out going into Season 4. And in the FA Cup, we once again get knocked out in round 3, this time by Man City. Are we ever going to get further in this competition than just round 3? At least we're making progress in the Carabao Cup, as Newcastle United ended up knocking us out in round 3. That's way better than just round 1. As for the stats, well, honestly, they're not impressive. They're not impressive in the slightest. I know that we survived our first season in the Prem, but honestly, we've got to be doing better than this in front of goal. However, right now, the front four can stay as they are, because our defence is definitely more of a problem. We are leaking goals left, right, and centre, and we need to sort that out going into next season. But we've got to take the small wins when we can. We survived our first season back in the Prem with the Tractor Boys. It's just a bit past that we're going to be heavily reliant on a good budget next year, otherwise we may end up actually getting relegated in Season 4. Now, guys, we have got a decent budget, 43 million. However, I just don't feel like that's enough to keep us in the Premier League, so I'm going to have to take matters into my own hands. So I've put all these players up on the transfer list. You may recognise some of these players like Axel Twansby, like George Hurst, and also Zach Steffen. Now, there's various reasons that all these players are on the transfer list, but collectively they're all there for one big reason. We need more money, and these guys are just surplus to requirements now at Ipswich Town. But after I managed to sell every single one of these players on the transfer list, we've got a whopping 107 million to spend, and honestly, that is way more than I thought we'd get. But as you can see, that's left the team a little bit bare in certain areas. A couple of centre-backs and a goalkeeper are defo in need right now. But I'm not just going to bring anybody into the team. The 3 players that I'm going to sign have to be able to take Ipswich Town out of the relegation talk and into the top 6 talk. So starting back to front, England's number 1, Jordan Pickford, 32 years old, 83 rated, got a ton of Premier League experience as well as top level experience, and for only 19.5 million, he's now our new goalie. Following him is Inter Milan's Jan Orel Bisek. He's 25, 80 rated. He's playing for Inter Milan, for God's sake. He's definitely got experience at the top level. And joining him is Jared Branthwaite. He's got 5-star weak foot, for God's sake, 24, 82 rated. And I've just realised he's 6'5", just like Bisek. Honestly, good luck getting past these guys, Premier League attackers. And that is yet another transfer window done and dusted, as for a combined total of £74.7 million, we signed both of these centre-backs on 5-year deals. And just look at the state of this team going into our 2nd year in the Premier League. It's safe to say the business we've done in this transfer window has definitely paid off. But then again, guys, has it paid off? We know we've improved the team where it needed to be improved. That's a given, but will it be reflected by the end of this season where we finish in the league? I'm not too certain yet. All I know is, guys, the team has massively improved. Not only that, have you seen their morale? I'm thinking we've definitely had a good year, you know. And just look at the stats too. Fofana's found his shooting boots, 23 goals, 4 assists, 22 and 9 for Chaplin, 12 and 12 for Broadhead, and 11 and 10 for Nicholas Korn. Honestly, I'm saying we've made the top 6. I genuinely feel like we've done enough this time. We were so close as well, guys. 4 points outside the top 6. We can't be mad at this. We finished 7th in the league, man. That's a far cry from being in the relegation battle. But man, if this is what just making 3 signings can do, imagine what we can do next year with hopefully a much better budget. We even made it to round 4 of the FA Cup this time. I mean, West Brom knocked us out. We should definitely be getting past them, but honestly, we've got to take the small wins when we can. And with defo taking this dub, we made the quarters of the Carabao Cup, just losing to Newcastle United on pens. Honestly, this season has been the best one yet by a country mile. And the best thing is, I know exactly what we need to do next year. We need to replace Aaron Barry and also Latomba. They're the 2 weakest positions in the starting 11. And once we sort those out, who knows what we can do next year. Now, we've got a tidy budget to start season 5 with, guys. 62 million to be exact. But I'm getting a bit greedy. I want a bit more if I am to replace Latomba and Aaron Barry. So I'm just going to sell them both on, guys, to get as much money as possible. They're both worth over like 13-14 million. So at the very least, we should be getting 25 million for both of them. And guys, Aaron Barry's gone just like that. Marseille have snapped him up for 12.5 million. And Latomba's left to 19 million to join Athletic Bilbao. I'm not too sure he's a Basque player, so I don't know what they're doing, but honestly, I don't care. We got money for him, and that's exactly what we were after. And now we've got 94 million to spend on a new CDM and a new right back. And honestly, if we get this right, never mind top 6 football, we're in the UCL next year. And starting with the right back, I found the bargain of the century, Sacha Bowie from Bayern. He's 26, 85 overall. His contract's running out as well, meaning we're getting a world-class fullback for pennies. And following him is João Gomes from Wolves. He's 26 at 84 rated. He's got a ton of Premier League experience as well, and you can never say no to that when you're a Premier League side yourself. And just like that, guys, for the combined total of 70.8 million, not only have we signed both of these players and massively improved our team, that's yet another transfer window done and dusty. But guys, business has just picked up. We are in the Conference League with Ipswich Town in Group C alongside FCSB, Dynamo Zagreb and Brøndby IF. I legit had no idea we qualified for Europe, man. I just checked, and lo and behold, we're in the Conference League. Beautiful. And on top of that, we are 3 games into the Prem, and we are top of the table, undefeated. Here's hoping we can keep this going until the very end of the campaign. And that's exactly what we've done. We have made Ipswich Town, the Tractor Boys, the best team in England. We have won the Premier League with them. Guys, I do not understand how we've done this. Our squad depth is basically non-existent, and we pulled this off. That is crazy. And we've got the double, ladies and gents. We've beaten Fulham 2-0 in the FA Cup final. This is absolutely mental. I mean, we had a bit of a stinker in the Carabao Cup. Round 3, getting knocked out against Crystal Palace. But honestly, I don't care. The FA Cup and the title are good enough for me. But Christ, we did bad in the Conference League. We finished 3rd in Group C. We got knocked out before we even had a chance to compete. Maybe that was due to our lack of squad depth. I mean, we did win the Premier League and the FA Cup. But realistically, guys, we should be doing better in the Conference League. Especially when you look at how good the starting 11 is, man. What a goddamn team this is turned into. Look at Fofana, 88 overall. What a player he's turned into. Only 12.5 million he cost us. And he's become the striker we need as well. 37 goals, 4 assists in 51 games. That is genuinely outrageous. The best thing is, though, guys, and I've completely overlooked this, we've got Champions League football next year with the Tractor Boys. So that means one way or the other, guys, we've got to make sure this team is ready for what's to come next year. But the good news is, with us winning the title and of course the FA Cup, our budget surely has got to be over 100 million next year. And guys, I'm very happy to say I wasn't wrong. 163 million. Honestly, I reckon if we get this right, not only can we go back to back winning the title in the Prem, we could go all the way in the UCL this year. Now, I've been through the entire starting 11, and every single player apart from one's development plan shows that they are growing, which does mean that we do need to sort that one position dishing out. And you may have guessed it was Jordan Pickford. He's 34, he's 85 rated. He's still a very, very good keeper, but I can't risk him going down in overall this year when we're in the UCL. But once we've taken care of that, I'm looking at the bench, guys. I feel like another striker, another winger, and maybe another centre-back is all we need for this bench for now, and we'll be good to go. But as you can see from our budget, guys, a big chunk of money has already been spent, and I have spent it incredibly well, believe me. I just spent 88 million bringing one of the best keepers in the world to Ipswich Town, Gianluigi Donnarumma. And just look at the team with Donnarumma in it, ladies and gents. It's absolutely phenomenal. We just need to increase our depth, and we're good to go. So starting with the striker, guys, I'm going for Enis Destent from the Blades. He's 26, 77 rated, and his contract's running out, guys. We can't really say no to that, can we? Then there's Diego Gonzalez, who's a very solid backup option for a winger. He's 25 and 77 rated. And finally, Thomas Bielin is going to join us from Feyenoord. He's a 27-year-old centre-back who's 79 overall. And there we go, guys. After signing all three of these players for the combined total of 36.5 million, that season 6's transfer window completely done. But our business this year is just about to begin, because we're in the Champions League for the very first time with Ipswich Town in Group H alongside Roma, Sevilla and Sparta Praha. And I'm just telling you now, guys, we better make it out of this group, because look at this team, ladies and gents. At the very least, we are stronger than Sevilla and Sparta Praha. But then again, it's worth noting our start in the Prem hasn't been amazing. We're inside the bottom 3 after the first 3 games, for God's sake. But don't get it twisted, guys. I'm absolutely expecting to win the title again this year, and on top of that, I want to at least make it to the semis of the UCL. But Ipswich Town have not disappointed me. We are winners of the Premier League once again. That is back-to-back Premier League titles. But we couldn't win the Community Shield. Manchester City do get the better of us 2-1. And we don't win the FA Cup either. Preston North End annihilated us in round 3. And Man City once again got the better of us, this time in round 3 of the Carabao Cup. So far, out of 4 competitions, we've only won 1. This does not bode well for our chances in the UCL. But then again, we have topped the group undefeated, may I add, and we go through to the round of 16, where we actually get past PSG. Oh my god, if we're beating them, we can beat bloody anybody in front of them. But apparently not, as RB Leipzig knock us out in the quarters 2-1 on aggregate. Are you joking right now? We beat PSG to lose to RB Leipzig. How does that work? I mean, come on, ladies and gents. I know that our bench isn't exactly incredible, but look at the strength in that starting 11, for God's sake. I mean, the stats are pretty damn good too. Fofana were 28 and 4, 23 and 5 for Broadhead, 16 and 13 for Nicholas Kunn, and 11 and 3 for Connor Chaplin, who's still going strong at 32 years old, may I add. Maybe to win the UCL, we've got to be more ruthless in the team. It's okay winning the Premier League, but the ultimate goal is to win the Champions League. That's what makes us the best team in the world. And I think the board wants us to win the Champions League 2 this year, is we've got 237 million in our budget. Now, once again, I've gone through all the development plans of every single player in the starting 11, and only Bissek, surprisingly, is the one who's not actually growing anymore, so I feel like a better centre-back is definitely in order. But then I'm focusing my attention on the bench. I think another fullback, another CDM, and Cam is all we need, and then everywhere on that pitch is actually covered for. And you may have noticed, guys, that our budget has taken a massive hit because I've already purchased the centre-back that's going to take us to that next level in the Champions League, basically because he's won it before. I am, of course, talking about Eder Militao. He's 31, 89 overall. He only cost us 88.5 million as well. I know that is a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, that is quite cheap for a player of his calibre. So to be fair, guys, we don't even need a fullback now. We just need a couple of midfielders, and we are good to go for Season 7. So I'm going to go for these pair. Florentino from Wolves for that CDM role is 29 years old and 84 rated, and also Christoph Baumgartner from RB Leipzig for that cam role. He's 29 years old also, and also 84 rated. And just like that, guys, for the combined total of £76.3 million, we signed both of these players on 3-year deals. And just look at the state of this team now. On and off the starting 11 is absolutely phenomenal. We have legitimately never been more ready to take on the Champions League than we are now. And it's a good job, really, because we're in Group F alongside Bayern, Villarreal, Levele and Dynamo Kiev, and honestly, this is actually a pretty competitive group. But I've officially done all I can. It's up to these boys now to take care of business on the pitch for the entire season. And they very nearly did in the Premier League once again, guys. We lost out on the title by 2 points in the end. Well, to be fair, it's our own fault. How do you draw 15 frigging games from 38? But this time we have won the Community Shield, beating Aston Villa to do it. And we've won the FA Cup again, beating Liverpool to do it. And we've won the Carabao Cup, beating United to do it. That's the treble, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know whether it counts because we haven't won the Premier League, but I don't care. I'm counting that as the treble. And the quadruple is still on the cards as well, as we are into the knockouts after just beating Bayern to that second place position. Bayern are in the Europa League now. And guys, we've absolutely smashed AC Milan in the round of 16, 7-1. Oh my god. And we've also smashed Man City, to be fair, in the quarters. We could be playing Dortmund, Barca, Spurs. Oh, please be the bottle jobs. We played them as well and just about got past them 3-2 on aggregate, and we're playing Barca in the UCL final. And look at that team, ladies and gents. Oh my god, that is actually on par with the team we've created right now. This is not going to be an easy game. But then again, it's not going to be easy for Barca. Look at Fofana, 57 goals and 4 assists in 63 games. That is genuinely incredible. To think as well, we only spent 12.5 million on him in Season 3. But regardless, guys, the team going into the UCL final is the one in front of your eyes right now. Broadhead's for some reason knackered. I'm not too certain why. We're probably going to have to swap him out for Gonzalez halfway through the game. But that brings me to something I'm really proud of in this video. Our left back Davies, Broadhead, Chaplin, and also Kun have all been here since Season 1. I know that Kun technically isn't an OG, but he's still been here since Season 1. And guys, going into this UCL final, you could argue this has been the most successful rebuild in recent memory when it comes to winning trophies, but we could make it even more successful by beating Barcelona to win Ipswich the Champions League trophy. Here come Barcelona on the attack. Makoko is on the ball. If you watch my Dortmund series, you'll know how good he is. Nope. Pedri's on the ball now. What a save! Oh my god, I thought that was going to be an OG. Broadhead's coming forward now. Can we spot that run? Oh my god, what a... Oh my god, that's got... Oh my god, what a freaking goal. What a through ball from Broadhead. There is no way in a million years that I meant to do that. I'll be completely honest. I wanted that to Chaplin, I believe it was, making the run. I did not see Fofana making the run, but I'm so happy the AI recognized it. I still can't get over that through ball, man. What a frigging ball that was. But we've got to defend now because Garnacho's coming forward. He's taking a shot. Donnarumma. I'll say this, considering how highly rated Donnarumma is, he can't frigging catch a ball, can he? Broadhead's on the ball now. We're going to come inside. Oh, that's lovely. Chaplin's on the ball there. We've got Gomez. Keita. I tell you, let's have a pop from distance. Keita on ball, referee. And we've got it, ladies and gents. Keita with the shot. I don't know who handballed this. Pavard, it looks like. Yeah, that's handball all day of the week. And it is going to be Connor Chaplin to take the penalty. Don't miss, for God's sake. Top left. And it's 2-0 inside 30 minutes. Connor Chaplin with the second. Here come Barcelona once again. Makoko once again. Oh, we couldn't stop that one, Donnarumma. 42 minutes on the clock. Barca get one back. I mean, in fairness, guys, Barca have been knocking. Donnarumma's just been shutting the door every single time on them, but this time he couldn't quite manage it. Davies is on the ball. He's coming down the left-hand side. He's left Livramento for dead. We've got Broadhead on the ball now. He's absolutely knackered. He's going to come off pretty soon, but can he do that? Oh, what a ball that was. Oh, what a frigging bit of defending that is. Near the corner with Alejandro Garnacho. Sacha Bowie is in chase. Garnacho's left him for dead though. Pedri's on the ball now. They're still playing the ball round. Garnacho's in behind. Oh no, this isn't good. Oh, what a save, Donnarumma. And that Donnarumma save has clinched Ipswich Town the Champions League trophy. We are the best team in the world. And honestly, this has genuinely been one of the most successful rebuilds in recent memory. Honestly, this has been as successful as some of my previous takeovers. A couple of FA Cups, Carabao Cups, FA Community Shields, now the UCL, and of course the back-to-back titles. But that does mean our job with the Tractor Boys is done. But don't worry, if you want to watch more content, just click right here to watch this full Chelsea movie.